Today we're doing a mock test with Amir. Amir, tell him how many lessons you've had with me.
4 sessions.
4 sessions. How many hours is that?
Actually, 6 hours.
6 hours, but he's driven before. In what country are you from?
Iran.
He's driven in Iran. How much driving have you done in Iran? How many years?
Actually, I was driving for 10 years.
10 years, wow.
Yeah.
When I first met him, he's really good actually. Smooth. But the only thing you had wrong was what? What were you doing wrong all the time?
Actually,
driving everywhere with the clutch down?
yeah.
Can you remember?
Yeah, it was a bad habit for me.
Yeah, but before we get rid of that, have you any questions before we start?
No.
Would you like me to tell you a bit about the test? Are you okay?
Please. Yes, please.
38 to 40 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
depending on traffic. You're going to take in various traffic and road conditions. One manoeuvre you practice with your trainer, possibly the controlled stop. Have we done that yet?
Yes.
And you will be driving independent by way of sat-nav signs. We're going to do sat-nav as you requested, yeah?
Yes.
Throughout the drive, I like to follow the road ahead at all times.
Okay.
Unless you're directed by signs of mountains. I'll ask you to turn, which you will do some good time. Now we're going to get his beer park done straight away. So you know which one to reverse into?
The second one.
Second one from the end. One question before you start. Could you tell me how you would check your side lights and headlights will work before starting the journey?
You will arrive at your destination at 11:44 a.m.
We should use this item and go outside at the car and check if it works or not.
Good stuff. Right, when you're ready, go and do your beer park. The second one, look at that one there. Thank you. If you just turn right out of here, and then we're going to pick up the sat nav. Wow, with me, use Iranians are good at beer parking. This is very impressive. This very effective, good all-round observation. Accuracy is really practically inch perfect. Speed a little bit fast, but that's because you're very confident doing this manoeuvre. But overall, very, very good. Well done, Amir. Over the years in Durham, I think I've taught you might be looking at double figures with Iranian pupils, some lecturers, some PhD students. And if I remember rightly, they're all very good at beer parking and manoeuvring. Some good, some really good, impressive drivers, some not so good. But I have to admit, Amir is one of the better ones. And then at the end of the road, right? First minor fault of me, you might think it's a bit harsh, but I said at the end of the road, turn right, and there's a side road before the junction to the right, and you put your signal on too early. So keep you on your toes, look for the timing of the signal.
Turn right, St. John's Road.
Show me how you'd clean the front window with the washers and wipers.
Yes.
At the end of the road, turn right, A6. A690. Turn right.
Amir, don't pull out if you can't see properly. You were going to emerge out of this junction. You're about two feet away from the gateway lines and you can't see properly to the right, but you did see the car and stop. Now, when you're sitting here a long time, learners, it's not hesitation if it's really busy. So you just got to be patient, relax and wait for that gap. Amir, I would have been using that parking brake here, sitting here this long. In scenarios like this, Amir, driving exams prefer you to put the parking brake on because it's a long wait.
Can you pull up the convenient place on the left?
I actually thought you were going to pull up in this bus stop here. I know it's badly marked, but you still can see it. So you're very lucky here. Look, there's nothing behind. Could have overtook you thinking you were going to pull up next to the bus stop, sorry. And I have had pupils fail for this.
You drive it when you feel ready.
Here, I like the way you just sit looking in the mirror waiting for a gap, see the gap, mirror blind spot check, signal goes on in your way. Very efficient, very good.
After 300 yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A690, Neville's Crossbank. Cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
Slight hesitation here, Amir, but I don't mark it because you don't really stop. You nearly do. Now, if you look to the right, you can see these cars. There's one leaving the roundabout, and you've got two, a van and a wagon on the right. They're in the left lane, so they've got to go straight ahead. I would have took one look there and just drove straight onto that roundabout.
Can you pull up the convenient place on the left? Thank you. Drive it when you feel ready.
Fault number two, Amir, you get too close to these parked cars on the left hand side. There's no need to get this close to them. We're doing about 26, 27 miles per hour and you're only giving them a couple of feet. If somebody opens that door, we're going to take it off. Now, I don't know whether you're worried about driving into that paintwork, the hatch markings there that's covered in the red paint, but I'll be moving a bit more out to the right. So learner drivers, as a guideline, if you're only giving the cars on your left a couple of feet space, get the speed down to 20. If you're only giving a foot, get your speed down to 10. So less space, less speed. Why you use learners, this is very common for learners by the way doing this. Why learners do this, they just look straight ahead down past the parked cars. They never look at how much space they give them. That's probably the main reason why anyway.
After 250 yards, turn left, A167, Newcastle Road.
Minor fault number 3, Amir. Amir, the sat-nav said, I think it was in 200 yards, turn left. You've got the arrows straight in front of you telling you to keep left. You've got the markings right saying if you're going straight ahead. Now what you do here is you're driving down the middle of the 2 lanes, so I don't understand why you just weren't keeping to the left for. Minor fault number 4, Mia. You didn't look in your mirrors before you signalled. It's middle and then left. Don't mirror and then see if it's safe to put the signal on.
Turn left. After 400 yards, go right on the roundabout and take the 4th exit, A691, Southfield Way. Go right on the roundabout and take the 4th exit.
Everything's sweet on this roundabout, Amir. The mirrors, the timing of the signal, the speed on approach, the gear, the timing of the mirror signal manoeuvre routine when leaving the roundabout. However, there was a little bit slight hesitation on approach. Again, I'm not going to mark it, but I think I would have been aware and gone.
Exit A691, Southfield Way.
Fine work on approach this roundabout, Amir. The mirrors, the speed on approach, gear again, and the position as you go through the roundabout. Mirrors and signal when leaving is also great.
Cross the roundabout and take the 2nd exit.
You would think the council would put a sign where most drivers can see it. Amir, when you got the choice of lanes to reach your destination, this sign on the right hand side says, look, if you're entering into Durham, you can use either lane. It's much safer to pick the left lane of the two. If you do use the right lane, you do not get marked for this, but you have to be ready for cars come round in the left lane and leaving in the left lane. If that happens, you have a few options. You could leave in the right lane and then get back to the left as soon as it's safe to do so. Or you could take your foot off the gas, let the cars get past you, then move over. Or go back the roundabout. If I was doing my driving test, I would be in this left lane all day long.
Go right on the roundabout and take the 3rd exit, A691, Framwellgate, Peth. Go right on the roundabout and take the 3rd exit.
Serious fault number 1 for Amir. what happens here is Amir misses his exit, but he's done nothing wrong, but he leaves in the fourth exit, but he goes over to the left lane with no mirror checks. Amir, there could have been anybody come round in the left lane. So had you checked mirrors and signal took this fourth exit, I would not have said anything, but because you've done it unsafely, you've recorded your first serious fault.
Just go back round, okay.
After 400 yards, turn around when possible.
Just ignore the sat nav and I'll direct you back from here. I'll get you where we want to go. Just keep going straight ahead.
After 300 yards, go right on the roundabout and take the third exit, A691, Framwell Gate, Peth. Go right on the roundabout and take the third exit.
That one's number 1. And that one's number 2. I'll direct you back from here, okay? At the roundabout, turn right, it's the third exit. Signposted crook.
Serious fault number 2 for Amir. Amir, I'm not sure what you're doing here. I don't know if you think it's a spiral roundabout, but it's not a spiral roundabout where this lane spirals out to the left. What happens is you drift too far over to the left and there's a car on our left hand side, I think it's a BMW, has to slow down because it thinks you're going straight ahead. So what you should have done is you've gone a little bit more round to the right, keeping the signal on for right, checking the left door mirror, and just putting your car over to where that sign says Crook Hall.
The roundabout, follow the road ahead for Crook, it's the second exit.
Minor fault number 5 in me, you're going straight ahead, second exit at the roundabout, but you have a signal on for right, you tell another road user that you're turning right. Bit fast here in me, but you get away with it. You see the oncoming car, so you nip in on the left hand side. At that speed, most learners would have kept on going and failed the driving test, but you just nipping on the left hand side. But could have made a better job of this by taking your foot off the gas earlier. goes the wrong way here, but I'm not going to mark it because it's all safe. But may have a look at the road here. It's bending to the right now. Probably this is my fault because when I've sat in on driving tests and have came this way, most of the examiners, if I remember rightly, they tell you that this is just a sharp bend to the right. Do you know why they tell you that? Because all you learners go straight ahead because you don't look at road marks, you don't keep your eyes moving. So you can probably blame me for the next series fault.
I've just gone off route again, but I'll redirect you. At the end of the road, turn right.
Series fault number 3 for you, Amir. Amir, this is a closed junction. You should have looked right, left, right. What you do is you just look to the right, you pull out, you merge out into the junction, and when you're about half a car length into the junction, you then look to the left. You should have stopped, checked the roads, and then emerged out of the junction. This is nice courtesy driving from you and me. You see the couple up ahead, and you just keep well back from them. You don't drive up to them really quick. Just keep well back and let them take the time and get out the road. So yeah, brownie points here and me, but you still got 3 serious faults. Signal comes off of me, but I don't mark it because it doesn't really affect anybody and we're only there a couple of seconds.
Roundabout, turn right, it's the second exit.
Minor fault number 6 for me, it's got to be mirrors then signal, not signal then mirrors. Minor fault number 7 in me, it's shaving these cars again. You're only giving them just under a couple of feet. You're about 25, 26 miles an hour up here. So remember the guidelines I gave you before. Learners, this is how it's done when you move off from the side of the road. This Amir does not mess about. I love his technique. What he does is pulls up, handbrake, neutral, cancel signal, starts looking in the mirrors, sees a gap, blind spot, signal on, and he goes. That is excellent technique. Learners, they stop, they put it into first, they put a signal on, and they've never checked to see if it's safe. then they look round like a pigeon. One mirror over the left shoulder, left door mirror, road ahead, middle mirror, right door mirror, and over the right shoulder. By that time, something's going to come again. So watch Amir's technique, really, really impressive. Minor fault number 8, Amir. You're getting no more praise off me. You do 34 and a 30 and you've got plot up ahead. I hope he hasn't got any cameras looking out the back of the car.
Straight ahead.
Amir shows good awareness and planning driving down here. He sees his vehicles on both sides of the road. And what happens is a van emerges out in front of him, but he responds to it well. Remember, learners, if you pull out and slow somebody down, you are toast on the driving test.
Take the second road to the left. That one's the first one. Take the second road to the right where that car's just come out of. So that's the first one, we want the second one. And then can you drive it forward and obey of your choice? Go on, you get through there. Go on. And then can you drive in it on the left hand side? Or the right hand side? Drive it in. Drive it into that one, look. Rest your feet, see if it cuts out. It's coming on. Right, Amir, how do you think you've done?
You are writing several items. I'm not sure about results, but
How do you think you've done? Do you think you've passed or failed?
it will be failed.
Yes. Right, you're driving, you're much better than that. You're driving wise, you're a bit hesitant at times, and there's braking when there's no need to. But you've got 3 serious faults.
Oh.
So the first one is when you turned right at the roundabout. Can you remember you went the wrong way? You took the 4th exit
Yeah.
instead of the 3rd.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you went over to the left lane with no mirror checks.
It will be a serious fault.
Yeah, if there's no mirrors, there could be anybody coming up the left hand side of you there. Okay. Second serious fault was this roundabout here, look. You were positioned wrong on the roundabout. You went to the right lane, and then for some strange reason you went over to the left lane, and now it's not a spiral roundabout. So it doesn't spiral out to the left. Let's have a look. Where we're at. There we go. Right. So you went to there.
Mm-hmm.
You went over here. There was a car on your left and it would slow down. It was a
I went
BMW.
there.
Yeah. You went over here and then round like that. You're too far over. It doesn't spiral out the left. What you should have done, check your door mirror, just go over there, not round there. There was a car here.
Yeah.
He thought you were going down there, so he slowed down. Now what you've done is
I should be slow down. Yeah.
you went too far over the left. It doesn't spiral out the left, so you should have just went over there. Okay, and then the last one was probably my fault, but it's still a serious fault. Can you remember you went the wrong way? The road bent to the right, and I should have told you there that the road bent to the right, but even so, you went straight ahead, done nothing wrong. But then we come to a junction. It says at the end of the road, turn right. You pulled out of the junction and didn't even look left.
Oh.
Can you remember or not?
No.
Can you remember where there was some more people in front of you on the road? It was that junction.
Yeah.
Right.
But, yeah.
Well, have you any questions before I turn off? Because the good thing is we've got time to get back round this and get all this fixed before we go. Have you any questions? No. 3 serious, positioning too far to the left, not checking mirrors to change lanes, and you come to a junction, didn't even look that way. There could have been anybody coming that way. Okay? Any questions?
What about the minor?
Mine is you've got a handful, passing parked cars too close, road positioning, a couple of mirror faults, hesitation, but I'll put them all on video for you so you can have a look at it, okay? Right, when you're ready, let's go. Now we'll go back round and do them again, get them fixed. Were you nervous?
A little.
A little? Right, go on then, off you go.